Hello. Today we are going to talk about in this session about good sleeping habits. We always take care of our health. We always look after what we eat, how we eat. We do exercises, but a major part of our life, that is sleep. Whatever we do, we exhaust ourselves while working, while nurturing our family, our home, while nurturing ourselves also. We are getting exhausted, and what when do we recover that? We recover it in our sleep. But tell me, how many of you are getting good amount of deep sleep? I mean to say, it's not about 10 hours of sleep or 11 hours of sleep. That is like a luxury, of course. But then even if you are getting a 7 to 8 hours of sleep, is this really a deep sleep? Most of the time, many of us wake up in the middle of the night and then again we try to go to sleep. So, sleep hygiene is very important for the entire recovery of your muscles, of your tissues, of your entire cellular level. The sleep regime is very important. If we do not get proper sleep, first few years when in our 20s, we just can go around. But as we enter our 30s and 40s, if we do not get that proper sleep, it will show our face will become sluggish, our body will feel tiring, we feel very irritable, and that's the reason because our body is not recovered, has not recovered. Not only that, it has also been said that the sleep is the time when your mind, when your brain does all those cleansing process. Just like we flush out our toxins, when we go for sleep, the brain does all this cleansing and flush out all the toxins. But we hardly pay any notice to our sleep. What we think, okay, we'll do this work, we'll do this work, we'll do this work, and things, okay, fine, if we get 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep, we can handle. But it's not the fact. It's going to show you, it's going to, if suppose what do you, when you fall ill, like when you're having fever and all, what does the doctor recommend? Take rest, sleep, take rest. Why? Because when we sleep and take rest, the body recovers. Our immunity becomes more stronger during that time. So it has been said that 8 hours, that means 1/3 hours of the day, we should spend sleeping. And for that, a proper sleep routine we should always maintain. Few things can be done for that. First of all, we should always fix the time of our sleep. That means if we go to sleep around 9 p.m., we should definitely go to sleep every day around 9 p.m. Today 9 p.m., tomorrow 10 p.m., another day 11 p.m. No. Because our body clock will, the way we talked about circadian way of living, the body clock will get adjusted to that. The moment you go to sleep 9 p.m. every day, your body will get adjusted to that routine because our system is always into the routine process. And but another day, if we sleep around 12 a.m., the body will not be able to adjust that way. What is its recovery time? So first thing and foremost thing is we should always have a proper and fixed time of the day. Yeah, once in a week we can do that. We can choose our time. But the remaining 6 days, we should have a fixed time. It's okay if you go to sleep around 10 p.m. It's okay if you go to sleep around 11 p.m. But that should be a fixed time. Secondly, there should be a minimum gap of 3 hours between your last meal and your night sleep. Why? As told earlier, our body helps when we eat, it goes for digestion, and then when we go to sleep, it will always go for working, and it will not look after the recovery process. So either it spends in recovery process or either it spends in digestion process. So it cannot work simultaneously. So either the food will get undigested or the body will not recover. So we should eat a light meal in the dinner and then give a 3 hours of gap, and then we should go to sleep. This is second. And third, it's always being recommended that we should have a fixed place to sleep, because as told, Our body is very much used to routine. Today we are sleeping here, tomorrow we are sleeping in another place, third day we are sleeping in another place. I'm talking about people who are very busy and they don't get proper sleep. They should always have a fixed place to sleep. And the temperature of your room should be ideally little bit lower so that you feel comfort. It's not that it should be cold freezing, but it should be little bit lower so that you get a very good comfortable fact when you enter to the bed. You get a warmth from the bed. Outside temperature, that means outside from your bed, it's little bit colder. It's not colder, it's a, yeah, it's a bit lower. And that's it. So few things what are we have talked about. There should be an ideal gap of 3 hours. You should fix your time of sleep always. Third thing is like you should have a temperature which should be lower, ideally the room temperature. And if you prefer to have a dark room, completely dark in the room, or if you want to have a light in the room, just little bit of light. And most importantly, stay away from screen, be it your TV screen, be it your mobile, at least 30 minutes to 1 hour before you go to sleep. Because when you look at the mobile or the TV, our retina becomes bigger. Then if you want to fall asleep, until unless we are super tired, we won't be able to sleep. So there are people who do, there's a very famous thing where it's a new word coming around, it's called doom scrolling. We always know about doomsday, no? The day which everything is going to end. Now, just imagine it's the new word has emerged, it's called doom scrolling. That means you scroll till the end of your life. That's why it is. And I'm so amazed to learn that word. But the thing is we go to sleep, the entire room is dark, and then we just look into the mobile and scrolling. And this also affects our sleep. And also, what we read also affects at the last moment, what we read affects our way of sleep. That means if we read some violent news, or if we read some flashy reels, if we go through some flashy reels, our brain always starts to get activated. That means we are not in a resting position. So before going to sleep, we should always, especially 30 minutes to 1 hour, should stay away from any sort of screen. If you want to read something, it's better to read a book and slowly fall asleep. That's it. That's a very simple rule. And that's how it is. And then early morning, you have a very happy morning. Wake up, get up, and feel fresh. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next session.